Have you been paying attention to La Familia's TBT run at all? They had a dramatic win against the War Eagle team on Sunday.
Yeah, they did big time win. TBT's been it was feisty too that game. A little
Yeah.
bit of chippiness, which I kind of like. I feel like that's a La Familia staple in TBT. They want to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's been spicy. I forgot how fun it is to watch Wendell Green just chuck up fadeaways with the game on the line and miss them all. It's such an enthralling
The
thing.
consistency from that kid is special. It hasn't changed since
It's
day
very
one.
fun. Anyways, I digress. La Familia's run continues. They're into the round of 16. But more importantly, we have a couple videos coming up on the channel today based on things that came out of La Familia's interactions with this year's Kentucky basketball team. They did a really cool thing. Mark Post program did a cool thing here by having certain members of the Kentucky TBT La Familia team sit down and meet with current players of the Kentucky basketball team. And I don't know if they're doing like a documentary or filming this or what, but there's a lot of content, interview style, like one on one. Player going to sit with his mentor and have some serious conversations. And it's been really cool to watch. So, Otega Oweh was one of the players involved in this whole situation. And he sat down with DeAndre Liggins as part of this video series and just sort of had a player to mentor type conversation. Liggins mentioned how he had a decision to come back or leave for the NBA draft after their junior year. And then Liggins ended up, he made a Final Four at Kentucky and finally reached March success. So it's a cool comparison a little bit between their two situations. But in the process of this conversation, Otega had a really, really fascinating quote, which is the first time I've heard a Kentucky player say something like this on record out loud. Shout out to KSR and On3 for doing the write up on this. But Otega always said, quote, "We're all just hungry. None of us got recruited here the first time. We all got that chip on our shoulder. We all hear the chatter where we're not supposed to be here or it's not the same dynamic as the old Kentucky. But we're all hungry. We all know when we go out there, we're going to put on a show. We're going to win games. That's better than coming out here being entitled. I feel like our identity is that we're dogs. We're trying to go get it." First time I've heard somebody in a Kentucky roster in Mark Pope's era mention that, quote, "we're not supposed to be here. This is a new Kentucky. We're not old Kentucky." And that's a motivating fuel for Otega Oweh this year. What are your thoughts on this?
Ooh, so I'm torn on this one because I'm a big advocate of not like ignoring that you hear things that are very loud. Like I feel like people sometimes or like teams or players always try to downplay talking points that are very much loud, active, and act like they didn't hear them. Like I get it. Blocking out the noise is always good, to a certain extent. I'm also trying really hard not to pull this card, but I'm gonna have to do it, unfortunately. Um, it is Kentucky though. Like how much can you pull the underdog chip on the shoulder thing when you're playing at Kentucky?
I think I have the answer,
Like what is that? You can't do that. It's Kentucky. Like the this isn't the chip on the shoulder spot
but I think that's why Mark Pope is actually the perfect guy for this job
because he's making it a chip on the shoulder spot.
because Mark Pope guys can pull that.
Oh.
Think about the BYU teams he built. It was largely a lot of guys that I think would probably feel the same way. Now, I'm not saying he's not recruiting two-star recruits. Mark Pope is playing in the most prestigious field of potential prospects you can get for Kentucky. He
Hmm.
had a lot of money for the portal. We know this. But, I mean, look at some of the guys he chose here, Cart. Like, let's start with Otega himself, the guy saying this. What was our reaction a year ago when Otega Oweh came to Kentucky?
Like that's the guy, Otega
That's the
Oweh.
guy Kentucky wants?
That's the number one option. It's going to be Otega Oweh or Andrew Carr being the number one option. This team's not going to be good.
Lamont Butler applies
Yeah,
to him too. All of the
Caprice.
Amari Williams, Ansley Almanor, every single one. Let's look at this year's roster. I mean, outside acquaintance, even like Jalen Lowe, right? Jalen Lowe's great. He's a talented player. we've come on here, and so have a lot of other talking heads, and be like, well, he's not Donovan Dent. That's not the guy they wanted. That's not Lamar Wilkerson. It's not Yaxel. No, he's the Pittsburgh guard who had an inefficient year, right? Like
Hmm.
Denzel Aberdeen, Mo Diabate. These are guys that didn't start on their teams. And there is an element, the truth is, there is an element of what Mark Pope is putting together that we have loudly come on and said, I'm surprised this guy's at Kentucky. So I don't know if that's going to last forever, but at least at this very moment in time, and with Otega Oweh as the leader of that locker room, I think it 100% is the mentality and it resonates. All of these guys, the world is a little bit surprised that they're in Kentucky uniforms. And when you marry, on one hand, the fact that they are Kentucky, they are the big bad wolf in the sport, and then on the other hand, that it's this team full of underdogs, it leads to a result of this weird, unique chemistry that is 100% Mark Pope that I don't know if any other program at any other point has ever had. This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com, go check it out. Because Blue Bloods don't have that. But, dog, you know this. A chip on the shoulder is arguably the most powerful thing that a team can have. And somehow Kentucky now has the underdog spirit.
Okay, it is, but at what point is it like stop playing the underdog card? Like, at what point does that wear off?
When these
Because,
players leave,
but you're still Kentucky.
when these players leave,
So you're saying, but this group, the main thing about this group is the chip on the shoulder thing.
that's what I'm hearing, and I think it applied to last year's team too, right? Like it was a bunch of dudes who were playing desperate, who were like, "I can't believe I'm at Kentucky," and
Right.
the world
And,
viewed
and
that too.
and to your point, it doesn't matter whether the chip is wrong or not, I guess. Like is it or if the chip on their shoulder is earned, if they're going to be successful in playing that way, then like play that way. Like
Right,
if that's what gets it done, that's what gets results, then do it. Like if you're gonna the thing we get mad about a lot of times on here is teams that like to manufacture stuff and don't actually take advantage of it and use it. If you're gonna manufacture and that's what's gonna be the driving force, actually do it. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Michigan State card real quick here. Team full of psychos last year. The psychoness actually worked.
100%.
Legit. They had chip and they were psychos and it worked. So like I guess to your point, yeah, if it's gonna work and that's what's gonna thrive and get you across the finish line, I highly recommend you do it, especially in looking at a college basketball era with maybe not as much guys with chips on their shoulders because their accounts are full. Take advantage of that.
Yeah, fake chip can often be as influential as a real chip.
You are I think you're the perfect Mark Pope player.
Well, I'm a fake chip guy.
Yeah, you are. You wake up every day, and some chips are earned. Let's get it very, very much in order here. There's some chips that are very much earned, but if there isn't one, we're gonna locate chip.
Yeah, I'm a Spartan dog, woof woof. That's the
You're
Spartan
chip
dog.
on shoulder, I'm chipping stomach guy. Before you got to it, I
Oh,
gotta go ahead
that
and cut
was
you
good.
off.
You're a chip in stomach guy. I'm a chip in guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
All right. The second side of this quickly. So it was like we're not supposed to be here, but then also we hear the chatter. It's not the same as old Kentucky. Now, part of me would think like there's a connotation of we're not old Kentucky, meaning we're not like full of NBA stars, the star power's not there, the same stuff we just talked about. But then there's a second side of me that's like, well, wait a second. No one wants old Kentucky, right? Because old Kentucky kept coming up short in March.
Mhm.
So it's a good thing to not be old Kentucky. How do you define old Kentucky, and is this group different than old Kentucky?
They need to be. I think for this reason, maybe this reason only. It seems that Kentucky fans hated old Kentucky. Like it was a chore to them. They didn't like it. So it's good on them by not being old Kentucky, but also like I loved old Kentucky.
Well, and Otega saying this out loud, it kind of seems like he loved old Kentucky, right? Because he's like, yeah, we hear the chatter that we're not old Kentucky. Like, do you want to be old Kentucky? I don't think the fans want old Kentucky. Like,
Fans don't want it. I don't think anyone wants it. I think they really want to move on from what old Kentucky was the end of the Cal era or the Cal era, whatever you want to refer to it as. And they didn't like that era as much as maybe others.
yeah, it's interesting. It's just it's very interesting to hear it said out loud. You know, it's cool to hear.
What was the difference between last year and old Kentucky? They just won a game in the tournament, won two games in the tournament.
Yeah, Sweet 16. Calipari never went to those, did he?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh shit, he did a bunch.
Hmm.
Damn. Huh.
Old
Well,
Kentucky.
but they play for the name on the front now and not the NBA draft night.
We're one day gonna have to have a conversation about how the name on the front is just like really riding coat. It's really holding on to things.
I mean, you got a jersey behind you. You are featuring the name on the front, not the name on the back.
Because there wasn't a name on the back. If there was, I would 100% represented the name on the back.
I also
On
thought
our
this was
sleepers TBT team, that's probably going to form in like the next 10 to 15 years. One of the mainstays of the jersey is that there is not going to be a name on the front. I want everyone playing for the name on the back.
that would be cool. Yeah, if there is no name on the
There's
front.
no, it's a number on the front, and I want everyone playing for the name on their back.
We're the first basketball team in basketball history to have no name on the front. We only
Yes.
play for the name on the
I want
back.
everyone playing for the name on the back.
That's incredible. Okay, last thing for me. I thought this was genuinely really, really cool. Again, I talked about the mentorship. I think it's awesome that Otega got to sit down with DeAndre Liggins, TBT star, because it's going to really prepare Otega for his next step after this year at Kentucky.
You are such
He's going to be so good in the 2026 TBT,
a.
isn't he?
I think Ortega's better than DeAndre Liggins.
Yeah. I mean, where will Otega Oweh be a year from now?
Low key, I don't want to throw this out here, but like, didn't DeAndre Liggins have like a 10-year NBA career?
I think he did, yeah.
Am I like making that up?
No, I think it happened. I think he played. And look, Otega will get chances. I'm just like, isn't part of this whole conversation about we're not the old Kentucky is because, like, yeah, Otega, you're the star here and you're not draftable right now.
Yeah,
So that's why it's not old Kentucky.
and like he will probably be on the first like go around once he's done being on the Mark Pope's era TBT team. And he's
Yeah.
gonna say like we're not the old TBT team, by the way.
I think there's a 10% chance Otega's on next year's TBT team and he's like clearly the best player in the tournament.
This would I mean it could happen for sure.
Honestly, and given BBN and their connections, honestly, he might make more money to sign up for the TBT team than he would trying to get a two-way.
Maybe.